Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. If I'm not mistaken, your mother likes to pee. How's the camera angle there, dear?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Should probably push the chat up. That one was stuck to the bottom of the pan. Oh, happy Sunday, everybody. Everybody, anybody, nobody's here. Well, you should probably tilt that up a little bit, seeing as I'm not using the cutting board and perhaps get me in the shot. It might be. Hello, Brittany Fisher. Why is it blah? Deep frying and trying to run a camera at the same time. I don't know. That's irresponsible, right? Caught me live again. Yay! Hello to you and Mrs. Nobody. Hello, Melanie Tyler.
I think Robin King was first. Did she get a cookie?
As for comments, no, Brittany Fisher was first.
Oh, for saying no, she said hello.
Oh, okay. Trip was good. Toothache.
Oh.
Sucks to be you. So at the moment I'm deep frying some curly fries and we're making wings. You all have seen the how I make wings video. I just figured I'd hang out and chat with you this evening while I was making wings. Oh, don't be jealous of my candy stash. But I think I might throw a Twinkie in that water before I do the wings. Or in the oil. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Nobody. What's up, Don Sharp? Or is it Sharp or Chart? It's with a CH. I would think it would be Sharp, would it not? Or would it be Chart? I don't know. I have a hard time keeping up with everything. Gotta forgive a guy.
Now you gonna make batter or just deep fry it?
I think I'm just gonna deep fry it and see what happens. And as far as the best oil, whatever's cheap. Tuna noodle casserole. Well, I'll bet your house smells like dirty vaginas right now because tuna is fucking disgusting. Sounds like Sharp. That's what I thought it was. Always have a candy stash. But do you have a candy stash like my candy stash? Have you seen my candy stash? We got some stuff. Plus I have a, is that a pound bag?
Mm-hmm.
I have a full 1 pound bag of peanut butter M&Ms. Peanut oil, whatever's cheap, man. This is what I'm using tonight. $2.35 a package. I'm using corn oil. There's corn oil, there's canola oil, there's, I mean, I'd be curious about deep frying something in olive oil just to see, but that would cost you like 25 bucks for the oil just to do it at home. Not a fan of tuna casserole. Not a fan of seafood. Well, keep looking. Well, like how many people are in Des Moines would be the question. Would rather have another C-section. Toothache sucks so bad. Well, I got a rotten ass tooth in a container in the other room that I had to have yanked out of my face with a pair of channel lock pliers at a dentist one day. That got to the point where I thought I was gonna. I'd rather shot myself in the face than deal with that toothache. So I can understand the toothache thing. So if you look here at my chicken wings, I got 3 little flats of drumettes that I caught on clearance for like $1.50 a package. I'm gonna cook up all 3 of these because what we don't eat tonight will get eaten in the wife's lunch this week because it's protein and they're tasty and even cold they're crispy. Are they not, dear? They can't see your head shaking up and down. What's going on?
I'm just trying to stop cutting your head off.
Yeah, perhaps I could just be a shorter individual and that wouldn't happen. I could be a South Carolina 5'11" at 5'4", right? Guys around here who are like 5'4" claim to be 5'11".
Wow, now the, oh, never mind.
Hey, deep fried chicken strips. Yeah, she gets great work lunches. I try to take care of her as best as I possibly can.
You take good care of me, honey.
So once these French fries float, I'm going to take them out, soak them on this paper towel for a minute, and then take them off the paper towel and put them on this pan and stick them in the oven to keep them warm. If you're boiled crawfish, nope. 580,000 people and there ain't shit in your dumpsters, you're not looking hard enough.
Or do they lock them?
I don't give a shit what it is. You got 500,000 people. 580,000 people in Des Moines. You're looking in the wrong places. Literally, that many people in a town, you're looking in the wrong places. You need to look a bit deeper.
Sorry.
No, what I was getting at is, yeah, there's the cough known around the world. If you're frying chicken, you don't ever want to put anything in the oil after you're frying chicken, because that oil is pretty much spent at that point. Well, so look at Walgreens, and if they have a compactor at Walgreens, look at Rite Aid. I mean, there's got to be somewhere to find some stuff. I mean, if there's 500,000 people in that town, there is bound to be some waste that can be found.
Dollar General, Family Dollar.
Dollar Tree, even. Homemade beef stew and cornbread. What's that? I had beef stew last night.
Cornbread.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything. Look, make you a black bean burger here.
Nope.
That's an inside joke that we've got about black bean burgers. So I got this cup while we were at Digger's Dungeon. Watermelon Ryan's. They used to have, well, the little store is still there. It was a little farmer's market, but it's now ran by somebody else, and all the produce has stickers on it. We look at Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. We have a lot of homeless people. Well, here's some food for thought. This time of year,
sucks.
We haven't gone out in a while, simply for the reason because we haven't found anything either. So don't give up on your trash cans by any means. Just because there's not anything this time of year, we're coming back around. I mean, like Easter just passed, and all that candy is going to end up in the trash can at some point. All those decorations are going to end up in there. You're going to get seasonal resets from places like Michael's or Joann Fabrics. Because, I mean, you guys saw the Joann Fabrics haul that I had where I got almost a whole car full of totes that were between $20 and $40 a piece. You got to find the cans that give. Once you find the cans that give, you can find things that are worth having.
And worth sharing.
Yeah, however, this time of year is not, we're not finding anything either, which is why on a Sunday night, at, what is it, 6 o'clock or something?
Mm-hmm.
We are in the house cooking rather than out trying to find things in the trash. I mean, granted, we spent the whole week in the Jeep. But now you gotta find some, cans.
Maybe try a different area.
Yeah, drive to the other side of town or something, because I mean the cans that we go to, one of them is near the house. The rest of them are all like a haul from where we live to get to. I want to say the closest one is like maybe 25 minutes. I'm gonna try this. I'm sure as you already saw my Facebook, I went to Monster Jam Friday. Yeah, I saw that and I commented on there that you guys were at Monster Jam and we were going to the Gravedigger shop.
Is it gonna spew?
I don't have any idea.
Okay, we've got more oil, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to deep fry a Twinkie. just 'cause I ain't never done such. Alright, so it's, alright, so it floats. It floats all on its own. Which that is interesting. While these french fries drain here.
Quality control.
Quality control, yeah. Okay, so the Twinkie is floating top side down, cream holes up.
Just
Well, cream holes up, that sounds inappropriate. Cream holes. Oh, I missed the trash can. It's not making very much noise. Oh, it's doing its thing. Having an abscessed tooth and what the fuck do you do for a living that you get hit by a taser? Oh yeah, you know, bro, I love them cream holes up. But nah, seriously, what the fuck do you do for a living that you get hit with a taser every day?
might taste like a donut.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Alright, so I'm going to keep. Those have been drained. I'd like to make more fries, but that's all we have. So for the moment, get the oven at 300 just to keep them warm. Now that's all kind of like crispy. It's weird that it's in hot oil and it's not making any noise.
Guess who messaged me? Haha.
What, my mother?
Mm-hmm.
Because she probably messaged me too, but I have the sound off on my phone so that it doesn't interrupt the video this time. I would venture to guess that the message is something about Kyle Busch winning the race tonight.
She's on break.
Oh. Well, I'm going to give that another 45 seconds or so, and then I'm going to put it on this paper towel here and drop some chicken wings in the oil. You have a diamond in the rough for a husband. It's hard to find a man that'll say what he means. Well, it's easier to be truthful than it is to lie. We found that out recently. We'll leave it at that. Look at that shit. Wow. Once that cools off a little bit, we'll get down on that shit. I'm retired, but I have a unique treated condition called, oh, okay. I literally thought you were getting hit with a taser. I didn't mean to be disrespectful in any particular context. Burn my ass. Looks rude with the cream erupting from the end. So what does that mean? It's a Twinkie dick?
You might want to flip it though so the cream doesn't ooze out maybe?
I need to wash my hands.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you, dear.
Kitchen safety.
Stu Bear.
What?
Stu Bear gave you a comment, but it's a long one.
Nobody sorry. Got to call back last month. Been sick. Love to go diving when I get a car. Love to do for the peeps. My service. My brother died in Vietnam and I was in the army. I'm always laughing at the things you say. Well, thank your brother for his. Well, you can't thank your brother for his service. That makes you a complete fucking asshole. I'm sorry. But no, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm gonna move this. Oh my goodness. fold this paper towel a bit so that I'm not sitting chicken wings on Twinkie fillings. I'm glad you can laugh. Hopefully at me and not with me. I'm just going to have to take a bite out of that.
Is it best I don't taste?
Have a bite here.
Have a bite.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. What are your thoughts, dear?
Please finish it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm.
Wow. That could be
Well, I got an email if you want to send me a recipe. Holy fuck, dude.
And if
Oh my God. I thought deep fried pizza bites were the shit. Holy moly. Yeah. Wow. Now, could you imagine if I had beer battered or tempura fried that? Holy moly. I made a point to only fry one before I put the chicken in the oil, because once you put the chicken in the oil, the oil's day is done, you might say. Oh man. Oh, it's beyond tasty. At one point, before I had this beautiful KitchenAid mixer that I have right here, I had a deep fryer. Oh boy, we used to deep fry some stuffs.
yes, Melanie, you were right. Oh.
I want to say my overall health has gotten better since we got rid of the deep fryer. I can cook by sight, not written recipes. No, I understand. I just throw some shit together and it comes out tasty. I mean, like I open my cupboards and I look at what I've got and I just throw something together. I mean, like, for example, I do have a can of black beans, to which I can put that in a pan with some butter, smush them all up, and make them refried black beans. I have some small corn tortillas over there. I've got shredded cheese, and I've got green enchilada sauce. I only have Italian tomatoes at the moment, but yeah, I could make black bean enchiladas and throw that together if I had to, and that's just one portion of my kitchen, not counting my freezer or the All right, Melanie, see you later. Would love to have a recipe. My email is, well, I can cook up chicken for tacos. Yeah, I can do all kinds of stuff. But this is chicken wings. I don't know about, this is not the most efficient way to make chicken. Like I make these for wings, but I could do chicken strips and then chop them up and make tacos, or I could boil the chicken and make shredded chicken tacos, like the shredded chicken burritos I made the other day. Are you in need of something from the cabinet here?
No. It doesn't. I just poured it in case you wanted to drink out of the bottle tomorrow.
Okay. I'm about on track for a refill myself. Let's see if we can do some photo image trickery here. Wait, what? What was that?
Get the rest of the water out of the Jeep.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. So yeah, if you guys didn't see, we just got back from a road trip. We were on the road for 4 days, and the videos went up yesterday and today. The wings, if any left over. Well, no, with this, the leftovers from this is going to the wife's lunch.
Yep.
We got 3 of these little packages of at least 6 wings apiece, and they're going for the wife's lunch.
And no, I don't share my wings with my students.
No.
I share a few things. You really hungry? I give you applesauce.
I got some raisins.
I've done that too. It's like, how hungry are you? Here's what
Yeah, no shit, right? Yeah, I mean, she lives in an area where just about everybody's on the free lunch program, so there's no reason to I should say she works in, not lives in. We live in an area where about a 400 square foot, 2-bedroom house, just catty corner to where we live. There's a little 2-bedroom house, no garage, on a corner lot that's maybe 450 square feet, if I had to guess.
And there's no, you can see sheetrock or something on that other little piece. That other,
Yeah, $375,000 for something that's probably the size of a travel trailer on the inside of it. But where she works, most everybody is on the free lunch program, so there's no reason for anybody to be hungry. But when students come to her hungry, like I always send her little goodie bags. You know, once the kids eat through them, they eat through them. And then, like, we stash and hoard things down here to send for students. Like, not only do we donate to the homeless shelter, we hold on to some of this kind of stuff to send to school to feed students.
thank you, thank you.
You know, it's whatever it is. But teachers don't nearly get the pay or respect they deserve. Finally got you live, my friend. How are you? I'm here. I'm frying chicken. The wife asks me how I am all the time, and I don't fucking know. I'm about exactly the same as I was 2 hours ago, right now. Not a whole lot different. I'm always about the same. I'm in about the same mood, provided I'm not having an anxiety attack because I'm stuck in the front seat of a Jeep. I can't get the window rolled out of it. Not yet. Waiting on my chicken wings to float. Got some off-camera trickery going on here.
I see an elbow,
And
a hip.
I don't know if eating that Twinkie was the best idea for my stomach.
Oh.
right now.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you much for the Clorox wipes. Perhaps next week I make some hush puppies, huh?
Oh. Oh.
But I make my hush puppies from creamed corn. Start with cornmeal, a little bit of egg, a little bit of milk. Hello, Stephanie Williams. A little bit of milk, some eggs, some cornmeal, and then a can of creamed corn, and then
It should be in.
I'm not entirely sure where it's at. Anyway, I use an ice cream scooper and drop them down in the oil. Just figured tonight would be a good opportunity to hang out for longer than I usually do because chicken wings take a long time the way that I cook them because they need to be dead as shit. I don't like my wings to be slimy, I like them to be crunchy. Like I cook them until they're overdone by most people's standards, and then I put them in hot sauce and put them back in the oil and cook them even longer. Trip was good. If you didn't see the videos, they're up. There's part 1, 2, and 3. Did I record the race? I sat on my couch and watched the race. Kyle Busch won the race. Like, we got home on Friday. Today is Sunday. Not everything is in real time on YouTube, you know? I mean, when I go live, it's in real time, but
Oh.
yeah, that was actually uploaded the day that it happened. The old house tour. But everything else, we were out in an area that we barely had phone service. There was no internet. We were on an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Several islands that were connected by ferries and
Bridges.
Peter Pans, you know, ferries and Peter Pans. Yeah, no, it's ferries, bridges, all kinds of stuff. That it took, to quote Dennis Anderson from Gravedigger in my my bike ride video, when he asked us if we took the ferries around, oh man, that way is long as hell. It takes all day to ride the ferries. And then you get about 20 miles up the road and there was a cute little motel. And
Yeah.
she was. I mean, hell, for all we knew, there were junkies in there.
Mm.
Didn't know. I didn't go in that place by myself. When I was on my bike ride, I was by myself when I stopped at that house. I was like, no. I'll look at it from the outside.
Even the lighthouse, didn't she climb up?
Well, she climbed all the way up to the top. Yeah, that's in, there's another little urban exploring thing in, the, part 2, I think part 2 video. Where, yeah, she climbed all the way up to the top, and it was like, nope, I ain't going up there. You did yourself proud with the young lady. Well, I try. I get very limited interaction with my daughter.
Long.
And the person who my daughter is when she first comes to my house, and the person that she is when she leaves my house are two completely different people. There's two completely different atmospheres between the homes. And it happens. And I mean, and in the kindest sort of a way, that's exactly the reason that I'm married to Mrs. Nobody and not Little Nobody's mom. Because we're literally polar opposites of one another. And I mean, I tried to make it work, but it didn't. Way more chill when he goes home. Yeah, well, whatever it is, you know. Just got to be there and try to be supportive for the kid, whatever the context. Got some stories I could tell you guys. Yeah. Do I tell the clean out story? The wife rolls her eyes.
Well, because there's so much more that goes with that,
I know.
that it just...
Yeah, I know. We won't tell that story. God damn, I sound way too much like I'm from the Carolinas. For the record, I'm not from the Carolinas. Wow, I'm on here with jacked up hair and no hat. That's exciting. I'm not from the Carolinas by any stretch of the imagination. Have you ever put the wings in a 400-degree oven for 10 minutes after coating with the sauce? I coat them with the sauce and put them back in the oil. Because the vinegar and the hot sauce stuff that's in there makes the skin crispy. So rather than putting them in the oven, these are, if you go back to my channel and you look and you find the double dip wings recipe, you'll see what I'm doing here. I put them in Frank's Red Hot, and then I put them back in the oil, and the vinegar turns the skin crispy to the point where it crunches like it's been breaded, yet it's, I don't want to say it's zero carb, because I'm sure that chicken skin has carbohydrates in it somewhere, but I'm not exactly positive that it does. These ones are getting close to ready, and I'm going to make a plate for the missus. My grandkids love the double dip wings. Everybody loves the double dip wings. They are delicious. You guys get, they're not spicy, Rhonda.
No.
They're not spicy at all. When you pull them out, all the heat that's in that cooks off. Like, too spicy. They're not spicy at all. At all. They're just crunchy. It's like a chemical reaction between the vinegar and the chicken skin. Yeah, they're not hot at all. Like, at all. I could put them back in the Frank's Red Hot and make them hot, but all the heat cooks out in the oil.
Come on, the kid loves them.
Yeah, my kid is the biggest weenie on the planet when it comes to hot things, and she eats these. They're not hot at all. Habanero in the sauce might make them hot. They come out all crispy and shit. These are some fat ass drumettes right here. No, we got a little weenie one there. It's like the ones you get at Hooters. They say get 12 wings and they give you one of those little fuckers. I don't go to Hooters, but I have in my adolescent years. No. Like, oh. You see that? Mmm. Mmm. Chicken wings. I love them. Well, I'm glad that I could have stole that recipe from a restaurant that I used to work at once upon a time, and continue to make them and share them with the old lube tube, as Zip Ties and Bias Plies calls it. He doesn't call it YouTube, he calls it the lube tube.
I knew that I was betting that's where that came from.
Yep, the old lube tube.
Perhaps people that say things about your vocabulary, you should give them a link to his page.
No. Because if my videos offend them, that guy's gonna like set them off into like a fucking heart attack. They're not hot.
They're
At all.
No. Cooked, crispy, but
So if I may quote the YouTube channel that I was just speaking of, he told a joke in a video that I watched today. Mind you, I have no issue with gay people, but to give you an idea, if people have a problem with my channel, they're going to have a problem with his channel. Because he told a joke that was, I'm happier than 4 fags standing around an upside down bar stool. That's fucking hilarious. I don't care who you are. I would venture to say that there's probably some gay dudes out there that would laugh at that shit. But anyway.
no comments.
It takes a minute, dear. It's in delay. Can I make your plate?
I'll wait. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well, these have been drained, so I will throw them over here, and perhaps I'll just throw this back in the oven for a minute.
Yes.
Ah, who needs a pot holder? Well, I tried to be bold. Apparently I need a pot holder too. Could use some pot if anybody has anything. Yeah, see? That's funny. You don't always have to be politically correct. I mean, the dude is fucking hilarious. He's from Canada, and he sounds like he could be an extra. You mind to re-up my paper towels here?
Mhm.
He sounds like he could be part of the Trailer Park Boys.
And no disrespect, he is crude.
Oh, he is crude as shit. He talks about it gets more action than Richard Simmons' back patio. Like, and I mean, even if you're not into cars, in which what he's doing is essentially he's living in Canada underneath like 20 feet of snow.
Mm.
Whatever you want, Stephanie.
Perhaps he starts off with some yummy grits for breakfast.
I doubt she's staying the night, but anyway. He's taking old diesel Fords and like stuffing shit down the tube, but he's an amputee. Like, he lost a leg, and if you look at what he does in his videos, I would venture to say that he was probably doing some super stupid shit. Because he does some super stupid shit, like tries to blow propane down the intake of a diesel and see if it'll light up. Like, that's a good way to kill yourself. Oh, wow.
You and I can talk later, dear.
Meanwhile, I'm over here just like this. Yeah. Oh, but don't you got a husband or something, don't you? Shit. Oh man. I don't even want to know. Oh. Sorry, it was getting a little hot in the kitchen. Oh, good God. Alright, that's a whole... This time on Roadkill... Oh, the things that happen on the interweb. The old lube tube, as it were.
So what's the proper name of the bias plies?
It's zip ties and bias
Bias
plies.
plies. Okay.
Oh, Lord. I can't even believe there's 34 of you fuckers here. Oh, man. Funny, I feel like any or all of the live videos I do from here should be in the kitchen. Like, everybody's got a setting. Like, I used to watch Nate Fisher, which is Nate Flicks and then Nathan Fisher. And he had a spot where he sat and he did his... Wasn't a mic on the back door. You know, he's got a spot where he did his shit, and you know, some people do their stuff. Perhaps this is my spot where I come in and do my lives. They were talking about a microphone on the back porch, although I didn't say anything while I was on the back porch.
Something popped up on your screen.
Well, it's gone. That's... What in the world is that? Ah, it's Daryl.
Oh,
I forwarded Daryl 2 Girls 1 Cup because my brother sent it to me.
oh, new topic, please.
Come on now, you don't want to see girls pooping in a cup and eating it?
Ah!
Face palm. Wings take forever. Whenever. And the pot is miserable to clean.
It's well worth it.
Well, 'cause, yeah, we're not going to eat 18 wings between the two of us this evening. I don't know if he enjoyed it or not. You scroll back a couple of the, when we tried to do the podcast thing, I actually showed Daryl 2 Girls, 1 Cup while he was eating, and I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it.
He didn't like yak or nothing on that one?
I don't think he understood what he was seeing, to which I don't, like, I almost feel bad that because he's got some sort of a mental disability, and I feel bad that I showed the guy porn, but it isn't porn.
A little bit different. My mom had snow last night when we had all that rain.
Yeah, I told you. Nearly midnight here in London. You're making me hungry. Well, if you head on over to Nobody's Kitchen, I'll sell you 6 wings for just $3.99 with a biscuit side. See? Well, I paid $1.50 for 6 of them.
But you got to consider the oil and the time and the electricity.
We just had this conversation with a buddy of mine who's making moonshine. Anyway,
I'd be curious to know how much his electric bill is impacted.
that would actually be, yeah. Now, he bought a electric still and is making a, has made and distilled a sugar shine.
I'll be an hour. Okay.
Well, we're here. You can make it to Charleston. Also the cleaning of the dinnerware. Yeah.
That's my job. I get food, so I can't really charge.
You gotta, see, now you gotta feed your dishwasher. Your dishwasher doesn't work now, you see.
That's more than a fair trade.
Now, if any of y'all can make it to, God damn it, I just said y'all. I've lived here so long that I picked up the lingo and I sound like a fucking redneck. If any of you folks could make it here to Charleston, and you're not fucking weirdos, I'd be glad to, make something to eat, have a few drinks.
I might even bring out the Sunday finest china.
I ain't even fucking with getting into that right now, but no, the Sunday finest china, fucking styrofoam plates, and she's...
I try sarcasm. I try.
You have to have context for your brand of sarcasm, dear.
See? Yes. Paper
Yeah, it must
clip.
be the paper plates. There you go. Originally, I'm from, I was born in Santa Rosa, California, and I grew up in Eureka, California. And then we moved to Yuma, Arizona. And then from Yuma, we moved to Monterey, California. From Monterey, California, we moved to Mesa, Arizona. From Mesa, Arizona, we moved to Paradise Valley, Arizona. From Paradise Valley, Arizona, I moved to Scottsdale. And then I moved back in with my parents when they lived in Deer Valley, Arizona. And then I moved out to Tempe, Arizona. From Tempe, I moved to downtown Phoenix in a big high-rise apartment. From downtown Phoenix, I moved to North Phoenix. From North Phoenix, I moved to Washington State. Washington State, back to New River, Arizona. From New River, Arizona to Summerville, South Carolina. From Summerville, South Carolina to James Island by the library. And from James Island by the library to here. And this house is the longest I've ever lived anywhere since I was about 9 years old. So I'm from fucking everywhere.
Well, you might explain Eureka is Humboldt County.
Yeah, well, it's Humboldt County, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's Warm places.
Mm,
Eureka, California is not a warm place. No matter what you think about California. Like, if you were to flip California the other way around and put it on the East Coast and say that Charleston, where I live now, is San Diego, Eureka, California is the equivalent of Connecticut. Okay? And then where I lived at in Washington State is like the equivalent of Maine. Like, I've been all over the place. But I've never really lived in warm places. I live in a warm-ass place now, don't get me wrong. Sweating my ass off with the door open in the kitchen. But now, the stereotype of what everybody in the rest of the world thinks that California is not. No. Like, 10-hour drive north of San Francisco. Like, yeah.
redwood trees.
What?
I said redwood trees.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. That's the impression you get. But, like, the whole north half of the state, what's the guy's name? John Steinbeck. Just, we're having chicken wings for dinner. But no, John Steinbeck, who's an author who wrote the book Cannery Row, said the coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. Now, it is not warm in Northern California at all.
Rain.
Yeah, it rains like 8 months out of the year.
No AC.
There's no need for air conditioning. Like, between 65 Fahrenheit and like 72 with like 3 days a year to get above 80. If you're lucky. Oh, why am I buffering?
With your arm. Scratching your arm. There you go.
Alright. None of the cameras have moved and I'm buffing. Yeah, no, the weather in Eureka, California is comparable to, and this is according to my brother, okay? The weather where God damn it. Haven't moved anything. Now, the weather where I grew up is comparable to the weather in Bristol, England. According to my brother lived in Bristol, England for quite a few years. And the weather in Eureka, California is comparable to Bristol. To the Bristol, England. Hate rain, would rather have snow. Well, at least when there's snow, you can ride go-karts, right?
It helps the green stuff grow.
But they grow some really good weed there, to which we have none of here. But that's illegal. Wouldn't want to talk about illegal things on YouTube because this video is going to be non-monetized when I'm done with it anyway. Still got one pack of wings to go. These ones are getting sort of close. Anybody doing anything exciting this evening?
It is Sunday evening.
It's warm as shit in here.
Floors are cold though.
I'm standing by the door and I'm sweating. I don't know.
Let's see. I'll let you read that one.
I'm getting there.
I know.
Gotta take the old chicken out the
Hobby Lobby list. Make sure you use your coupon. Let your husband go. He can use the coupon too.
Same thing, East Long Island. I miss the snow, hate the rain. Could use a joint too. Did I just say that? Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it, Miss Candace.
WrestleMania?
Maybe she's got some youngins.
I don't give a fuck if she's babysitting an entire goddamn junior league football team. Fucking WrestleMania? Fucking WrestleMania? That is the fakest, dumbest fucking shit. Like, I don't even understand how boxing is still even a sport at this point now that there's UFC. Fucking WrestleMania? Bunch of steroid-bound fucking Fruit Loops that rub oil all over each other, that wear spandex and pretend to do something in a ring for a bunch of people who live in a fucking trailer park somewhere. And then they do drama. Oh, I'm gonna drink a beer and smash it on my head. I'm gonna Macho Man Randy Savage. Like, who the fuck? Snap into a Slim Jim. Eat me. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry.
Alright, so, Tennessee.
Oh, fucking WrestleMania. Good God. I mean, no disrespect. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, but crawl back into whatever fucking trailer park it is that you live in. Fucking WrestleMania. Good God. What kind of a fucking sane adult
Honey,
watches fucking WrestleMania? I'd rather watch reruns of Seinfeld, which was the worst show in the history of the fucking world, mind you. I would rather watch one episode of Seinfeld for the rest of my life than ever watch WWF.
She said she's bored.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Here, let me lift my pecs. What the fuck, dude?
Oh.
Fucking WrestleMania. I'd rather stick needles in my ball sack than watch that shit, ever. It's like fucking steroid-bound retards. Yeah, absolutely.
That was good.
You were spot on. I mean, I could be so incredibly bored. I'd rather take tacks and stick them in my nuts than watch fucking WrestleMania. But that's... I don't... Anywho... Yeah, Seinfeld was the worst show ever. If you were dating a guy...
Oh, wait, but I...
okay, let me... She kicked him out the other day.
Oh. Then why are you on?
If you're dating a guy who was watching WWF, WWE, whatever the fuck it is, you're in the wrong dating pool, honey. At least find a guy who watches UFC. I mean, come on. You're in the wrong dating pool. Jesus, I ruined my voice. I ruined my voice trying to do WWF voices. You're in the wrong fucking dating pool if you're dating a guy who watches fucking WWF, okay?
Oh, that's. We'll say hell yeah.
Yeah, wrong dating pool. He will aspire to drive an IROC Camaro that has T-tops that leak. Probably will have a mullet. Probably drink old-style beer and Seagram 7 and 7 when he's deciding to get a little fruity on a Friday night. Probably has a collection of Confederate flags and,
Which we appreciate.
oh, we didn't just publicly say that now, did we? A bunch of jeans with holes in them, some high-top Reeboks, and his church shoes are probably New Balance.
Oh, yeah. I respect my history.
I can't even watch it to laugh at it. Alright. You can judge that book by its cover. Alright, well, if there's a grown-ass man doing video, that's another thing. Anyway, I mean, if he was doing, like, how to beat Zelda on Nintendo games, okay. But if you're a grown-ass man still playing Xbox and PlayStation,
Oh, honey. No, 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 no. You
that's why
didn't-
he's watching WWF. He's still, like, 15 and belongs masturbating in a basement at his mother's house.
If you didn't birth him, you don't need to be raising him. That's my comment.
Anyway,
Oh, wow.
I couldn't tell you the first thing about Ronda Rousey other than she wasn't qualified to be where she was at except for the time. Ronda Rousey only dominated during her era because she was the only woman at that weight. And there were other women who thought they were badass that would do it. And they weren't. But like, just because you bird the baby don't mean you can go fight somebody. Okay? Couldn't tell you the first thing about Ronda Rousey other than she got fucking destroyed in her last two fights. And her last two fights were like people who could legitimately fight from other places in the world who hadn't been noticed. No. Ronda Rousey was never as good as the hype.
Was is the word there.
Yeah, no. Ronda Rousey was the most overrated female fighter in the fucking history of the world. If you ask me. I mean, it'd be like taking Mike Tyson. And sticking him up against, like, you know, a couple of guys that wrestled in college. I've never even heard of it, dude, but send me a link in an email or in the Facebook group. I'll go take a look at it.
Smug.
Yeah. So, Don, what do you think about what's going on with Conor McGregor? Like, what do you think about what happened with Conor McGregor and throwing the hand truck at a trailer and like fucking some shit up? Like, he had another Floyd Mayweather fight coming up. They were gonna be in the UFC ring together. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather in July. Yeah, but what do you think about what he did? Gatorade? They stripped him of his belt, dude. Like they took Conor McGregor's belt away from him, and he may never fight again. At this point, into which, if anybody sees this, I've always had the thought, I ain't no fighter, but I got a hard fucking head. For the kind of money that you get to go and stand in a ring and go, toe to toe with somebody like Conor McGregor, that's retirement money. I'll stand in a ring and let that guy punch me in the face until he knocks me out for that kind of money.
Yeah, but he may go broke now. He may have just shot his foot.
They're going to sue him to the point where he's got no money left. And he'll be back homeless on the streets.
Which bites because he's got a family.
But I would stand.
Oh.
Now look it up, Rosa. Or Don. But no, I would stand in a ring with Conor McGregor for as long as it took for him to fucking knock me unconscious for retirement kind of money. I mean, shit. He threw a hand truck through the window of a bus of some guy that was talking shit because apparently he's got little man complex. I'll say it again. Nobody's going to see this, but if somebody wants to see me get knocked out by Conor McGregor for like, I don't know, $10 million on pay-per-view, punch me out. What's up, Scott Taylor? No, I don't watch any of that shit either. I'm pretty close-minded as to what I watch. I saw Mike Tyson at Circuit City once when I lived in Phoenix, though.
Did you?
He was with some skanky ass white bitch, like, this was 10 years ago. He was with some chick that was probably like 45. It looked like she'd had a really hard life as either a hooker or a meth junkie. And they were in Circuit City, and I didn't realize it was Mike Tyson that we had saw. I mean, like, really bad bleach blonde hair. I didn't realize it was Mike Tyson that we had saw until the roommate that I had was like, oh my God, it's Mike Tyson, dude. And I thought about it, and he had a tattoo on his face. Yeah. So we're getting close to the end of the third batch of wings. How do I feel about The Walking Dead? I watch a lot of Food Network too. Probably Food Network because it makes you ass fat. I blame Guy Fieri for this right here. Diners, drive-ins, and dies. How do I feel about The Walking Dead? At first I was extremely skeptical of The Walking Dead, but then I watched it. But then it got to the point where Negan came around with his bat and everybody was in a circle, and I kind of fell off the bandwagon. So I'm going to wait until the series concludes itself, as with Fear the Walking Dead, and then go back and rewatch it from start to finish. I mean, The Walking Dead is about as far-fetched as it gets, but it had a storyline there for a while. But once it got to the point where, where Negan showed up with his bat, now I couldn't continue to make myself watch it week to week. When it shows up on Netflix in its entirety, I'll watch it. Well, the problem, Stephanie Williams, is finding structures to do that in for urbex. What's up, Scott Hilton? It's finding abandoned places within even like a half a day's drive of where I live that aren't either like crack houses or so safe, so unsafe.
You found one downtown, and you were told don't.
Downtown that I wanted to go explore, and then I was told by the neighbor guy not to do it, and then literally like 2 weeks later, the place caught fire.
Yep.
If Scott H. was the one speaking the fucking truth on that, it's about the truest thing I've heard in a week. And I mean, I'd imagine if we just like got in the car and drove like 4 hours in one direction, we could probably find something. But there's a reason you don't see any of the people, whether it be RNK all day or Exploring with Josh or Explore with Us or any of the big exploring channels that go out and do urban exploring. There's a reason that you don't see anything in South Carolina, because anything that's actually historic, that has any sort of historic value, they've restored it and exploited the living shit out of it for tourists, and the other stuff is literally just falling down crack houses, and there's not much in between. There's not.
No, but there are the graveyards.
I mean, yeah. You know, I think this coming weekend, are we going to try to go downtown and do an overnight challenge in a graveyard?
Stay the entire overnight.
Yeah.
We could do that. Friday
There's
night.
a couple of them off King Street. There's
Yeah,
even if we went to the Battery.
I'd be willing. On a Friday night.
Friday, not Saturday. Okay. Perhaps we'll do that next week. We'll bring some cameras and what have you, and we'll do a historic downtown Charleston overnight graveyard. Ooh.
Thanks for the thumbs up.
Yeah. Not much abandoned stuff around here. Things that would otherwise, things that would otherwise be abandoned in other places, people still live in here.
Yeah, there were a few I drove past, and it was like you were like, there's a car out front.
We live in a place that would probably be abandoned. It may or may not be abandoned in another context. You never know.
And do you still have your Ouija board? You did at one time.
I
I don't think so. Yeah, I think they're.
The Ouija board's gone. I got the little triangular piece, but that would require that I actually believe in haunted things. I believe in haunted things as much as I like the WWF. Like, haunted things in the WWF are about as realistic to me. I'll go sit my ass in a graveyard all night. I got no problem with it.
Need some coffee.
Perhaps.
Wow. I'm guessing that's in your area, Mr. Scott?
Yeah, he's up in Somerville. Ladson, something like that, yeah. Yeah, welcome to the Charleston area, man. If anybody from Ohio is watching this movie, all of us people here in the Charleston metro area are full. Please feel free to move places like Walterboro, Harleyville, Alwendaw, Greeleyville, anywhere but Charleston,
Please and
Mount
thank
Pleasant, West Ashley, James Island, Johns Island, Kiowa Island, Wadla Island, Knightsville, Ridgeville. Those areas are all full. Please stop moving here. Stay in Ohio or Pennsylvania, please and thank you. Public service announcement is brought to you by Tide and Tide Pods, the choice of eating for millennials.
you. Have a good one,
Well, they're
Stu
gone.
Bear.
They're gone.
Yeah, I used the last one today. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to try to do something funny with that.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, I took your snacks. I know I could.
Alright, we've got no connection. No connection.